Joining us via telephone from Kuwait is our correspondent, Army Sergeant Mike Lavingne, who is embedded with F Company 159 Aviation, otherwise known as Big Windy. They're from Giebelstadt, Germany. They're in Kuwait getting ready to move into Iraq. Now, Mike, we're seeing some pretty bad weather in your region. How is this affecting Big Windy's mission?
Hank, weather reports are calling for bad conditions for the next day or so in Kuwait and in Iraq. But here at Big Windy, we're expecting blowing dust, rain showers, thunderstorms, and a blowing wind that could gust up to 55 miles an hour. Now, earlier I talked to Captain Jay Weatherwax. He's one of the flight platoon leaders here at Big Windy, and he explained to me two very important components of weather as it pertains to flying Chinooks: visibility and ceiling. Now, ceiling refers to how high the cloud cover is in feet from the ground, and visibility is how far out you can see in meters. Now, the current weather forecast, the mix of visibility and ceiling, means Big Windy probably won't be in the air for very long today. Hank?
Now, Mike, what if a mission essential tasking comes down that absolutely must be done? What do they do then?
Hey, commanders do what's called a risk assessment. It determines whether the risks of flying in poor conditions are worth what they call the end state of the mission. As we all know, in combat, sometimes the mission has to go on no matter what. It's just one of those tough calls that these leaders are trained to make. Hank?
Well, Mike, again, we're seeing some pretty gruesome sandstorms in Iraq. You can't even see a thing on the television. What's the scene where you are?
Actually, it's remarkably clear. I think we're either in the tail end of it or in the very beginning or on the outskirts. We had a little bit of rain a little while ago. Actually, a little bit of rain is probably an understatement. It came down like the sky opened up. But it was probably for only about, 2 or 3 minutes. It was really intense, but like I said, 2 or 3 minutes. Now, the wind has been pretty constant all day, but nothing like the 55-mile-an-hour winds that the weather forecasters are telling us to expect.
Mike, we're also watching the war live and seeing some fairly intense fighting between the Marines and 37 Cav and enemy forces. What kind of action has Big Windy encountered so far?
Basically, Big Windy has seen some action in the last couple of days, enemy ground action, as a matter of fact. Some Chinooks that were going in for resupply missions took a couple of RPGs, but thanks to some quick reflexes and excellent training, crews did exactly what they were supposed to do in order to not only get everyone home safely, but get the birds back to safe areas as well.